Vashell and welcome back to my life. If you notice, I have on the color purple. And if you are very much aware of what's going on in the world, you would know that the month of March is International Women's Month. So I could not let that pass by without doing something to pay tribute to all of the amazing women in the world and just celebrate how wonderful all of us are. So I invited my good friend here to come on my channel so we can just have a little girl chat and just talk about any and everything about the world, in the world of women. So let me introduce my guest. This is my girl Shanique.
Hi.
Shanique is a true hero. She's a nurse.
Oh Lord.
So she has been fighting on the COVID front lines. You're also like your neonatal.
Yeah, I work with the babies.
She works with the little babies, so she has that nice, tender, motherly touch.
Without the mother part.
Okay, but she's a rich auntie though.
Yes.
Always giving up rich auntie vibes.
Period. Period.
And she is an amazing singer. She's a gospel singer. I think you just found a group. Can I say that to my love?
It's not that we just, I feel like we reconnected as a group. We were in for years and it's been a while. Everybody was doing their own thing, trying to live the adulting. But yeah, we're getting there.
They just reconnected.
Yes.
Yes. So hopefully you'll be hearing some music from Shanique's group very soon. But we're not here to talk about music today.
Right.
I wanted to talk about something that has been on my mind for a while. I am, very active on social media, and every time I go in the comment section of somebody's post, I always see a lot of negative feedback. And when I see a woman posting and then I see women in the comment section being very unnecessarily negative, it hurts my heart. In the world of COVID and racial injustice and all of these things, now isn't the time for us to be negative and to be pulling and tugging. Now is not the time for that. So I really wanted to talk about how important supporting each other as women is, and more specifically how important it is to have a solid friend circle, because I think friendships among women right now is on the decline. That's what I think. I mean, you may not agree, but that's from my perspective.
Right.
So I really want to talk about that because I have some amazing friends. I know Shanique has, amazing friends as well who add value to our lives.
Definitely.
And I would really like, for all the women out there to be able to experience what true friendship and true support really is. So that's what we're going to be talking a little bit about today, and of course drinking a little something. We are over 21 and we are at home, so we will not be driving.
Ain't going nowhere.
It's all good. It's all good.
Right.
Okay. So do you consider yourself as a person who has a whole lot of friends?
To be honest, I have friends in groups. So I have friends that I grew up with, and then I have friends that I would have acquired over the years. I have two older brothers, so I was always under them. So I have their friends who are my friends. So I have friends in groups, and I feel like I know a fair amount of people. I have friends in
Me too.
in batches.
Me too. Now that I think about it, I have my my friends from secondary school. I have my university friends. I have a couple of work friends. As well. So yeah, that's true. Because I think one of the mistakes that we make is thinking that all our friends must be each other's friends.
Yeah, no, definitely not. I mean, we have, and it is okay. I feel like it's okay to have friends that would see you at different times for different reasons and would play different roles in your life.
Yes, exactly.
So like this group of friends, I know like I could sit and we could laugh and talk all day. There might be a group of friends that I could just look at them and be inspired by them. Or another group of friends that I could probably inspire. Like it should be a circle.
And I think it's great when you have like, you know, different types of friends or different circles. You get a lot of different, you know, opinions.
Yeah, a lot of different perspectives.
A lot of different perspectives, because one thing I can tell you, my friends are brutally honest. Like brutally honest.
Oh Lord. I have a few.
They are, but I know that it's always for my benefit. So I mean, I never take it personally because I know it's only if, you know.
But then too, like you have to also have that kind of relationship with them. Like it should be okay for your friends to be like, okay, yeah, this is working today, maybe it's not working. Fine. And friends that could genuinely critique with the intent of bettering, and then friends that you could do that for. Like we should have that type of relationship. I mean, there's some people like you might not have that kind of relationship, so you might feel a bit uncomfortable touching on certain topics.
Yeah,
but then it should be a balance.
That's true. I was on Facebook today, as I said earlier. I'm like super active on social media. I was on Facebook today and I saw. Sorry, I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, it didn't come out.
Okay.
Yeah, I was on Facebook today and I saw a post. I'm still. Why does sneeze don't come out?
You better just go sneeze.
Yeah, anyway, so yeah, I was on Facebook today and I saw somebody you know, shared a post, and the post basically said that you must tell your friends to leave people's husband alone.
Oh Lord. Father.
Now I'm bringing up that, you know, that post because I want to know, do you think there is a limit in terms of like how far you should go in your friends' personal lives, and you know, should you get involved in your friends' romantic lives and, you know, in their relationships?
Okay, so let me first and foremost say a lot of the times you as that friend looking in, having something to say, you get a lot of the backlash. So I feel like that is why a lot of persons would be iffy about addressing it. But like I said, I have friends, like I feel like there should be levels to it. If you know like that this is the relationship we have and we could be open with each other, then fine.
Yeah.
There are a lot of persons who don't have that blessing to be able to say, this is my friend, and I could say to her, you are my friend and I love you, I just don't agree with what you're doing today.
Yes,
like that's a blessing in itself to have a friend like that who would be able to listen to you and accept that and not take it as I'm cancelling you as a friend.
As a friend, yes.
As opposed to I'm saying this because this is just my opinion and how I feel. Personally, I have a few friends that I feel like I could say that to.
Say that to.
If ever the situation arises, God,
yeah, leave it, Vashell, leave the people husband.
Leave the people husband, sis. It's not your husband. You're going to look like a fool. Don't do it. I feel like I have a few friends that I could do that with.
Let me tell you, from my end, right? I do have friends that I can do that with. But I know all of my friends know that they can put me in my place when it comes to that. But I also think that it is important to know that you can give advice and you can share your opinions, but it's always up to the other party whether or not they take it.
Receive. And a lot of the times it's not what we say, but how we say it, like how we bring it across. Like I could be like, watch it, instead of being, you know, condescending, you could be like, this is your decision, this is what you're doing, but I honestly, I am not comfortable with it.
You know,
I don't agree with
parents always say that, well, you know, parents in church always say that you're supposed to correct with love.
Right.
Yeah, and
Right.
that's important.
Definitely. It's not what you say, but how you say it. So if you know it might be ticklish for you to address, especially like maybe the husband is your friend husband. So like problems all over. But like it should be a situation where I could say to my friend, this is wrong. Like I don't believe in what you're doing and I don't agree with what you're doing. It doesn't mean that we're not going to be friends. But where this subject
just know that I don't support that. I love you, but I don't support that.
Correct.
Yeah, that's true. Quite a number of years ago, I was in a relationship, in a very toxic relationship, and everybody else saw how toxic it was, but I was in denial, right?
Right. Okay.
So I was
you didn't see it.
Yeah.
Everybody else saw it, but you didn't see it.
Exactly.
Right?
So I mean, my best friend at the time, you know, she was always very vocal about, you know, her displeasure about, you know, my situation and, you know, how the guy was treating me, but she never left my side.
Okay.
She was just there always, you know, encouraging me and telling me that I deserve better, you know, and I don't need to accept, you know, all of the, you know, wrong things and the stupid things that he was, you know, dishing out to me. And she was just there for me every step of the way. And it took some time. I'm telling you, it took quite a bit of time.
Oh Lord.
It took some time, but eventually I saw.
Okay.
Eventually I saw, and our friendship, I think, is stronger today for that, because she didn't just, you know, rough me up and say, leave the man, you see the man ain't good, and then, you know, I didn't leave him and then she went about her business and she left me.
Right.
She was still there supporting me in the background, you know, just in the event that I needed her.
You know why that is so important? Because you had to come to this realization on your own. It doesn't matter how much you preach. It takes the individual's conviction.
Yeah, you have to want it for yourself.
Yeah, I agree with that. Just that supportive aspect, regardless. Again, she was vocal, and you knew how she felt. But and then I feel like, as you say, you appreciated her even more for that, because you can't impose on people, and this is one of the things that nursing has actually amplified in my way of thinking. Like I meet people from different walks of life with different backgrounds and different beliefs and different values, and I have to respect that regardless, you know. And it is important to allow people to come to your side on their own.
Sometimes it's not good to push.
No, because and then, you know, like a child, you never like tell a child, don't do that, and then they do it just to see.
It's like your reaction would be. Sounds like something Aiden would do.
This is exactly it. Like, don't do it, and then they do exactly what you tell them exactly. So it's like people need to realize on their own too.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't plan any questions or anything. I just wanted it to be like a really free flowing chit chat. And you know, something else is coming to my mind: the issue of domestic violence. Now, I have heard a lot of people say that they're not going to get involved in people's, you know, whole
man and woman thing.
Yeah, in man and woman thing, because you know, the woman can always go back to the man. But like, just in the case of my friend, I think that you should still be there supporting, you know.
Yeah.
Lending your support and letting this person know that this is not a situation that you should be in, and there's always better out there. And then you just gently nudging her until one of these days, you know, realization sets in, instead of saying, okay, you know what, she ain't gonna leave him, wash my hand and become my business.
Yeah, I feel a lot of the times too, these people are hurt in a different way, in a way that we can't understand. And things like counseling in our setting, in the Caribbean setting, in Vincy setting, is like, where my counseling for?
Yeah, it's not a real thing. It's not a real thing.
As a healthcare professional, I always listen to people talk like that, and I believe it's because of my healthcare knowledge. Yes, but we need to make it normal for people to have counseling.
Exactly. There's this stigma.
A lot of the times the persons in these abusive relationships, the abused, most of the time have a lot of underlying issues that they would not have addressed, and then they accept less than what they should. Because realizing your potential is a very important thing, and realizing your worth is a very important thing. And if for some reason, somewhere along the line in your development, that was stunted, and then you didn't go back to address it, then you begin accepting a lot of things that you really and truly should not. And I feel like women in 2021, we have to start standing up for ourselves and standing up for each other.
Exactly. It is so important, because I am at a point in my life right now where I don't accept nonsense. I don't play no foolishness with nobody. But not everybody is at where I am.
Exactly.
So I should be able to lend support, to somebody who is, who is not there yet, who is still in the midst of their struggle.
And then we need to also be receptive. A lot of the times we are so guarded from whatever previous trauma. We are so guarded that we forget that there might be one person who has your genuine interest at heart. And I feel like as a woman, it's a part of my defense mechanism, like, sure, leave me in the box, stay away, don't cross the line, don't cross the border. But there are lots of people who are so genuine, and we need to be receptive to that. So it's like, it's a twofold. It's two sides of the same coin, where you need to be able to speak out and stand up for people, and then those persons who you're standing up for and speaking out on behalf of need to also be receptive of that type of love.
Yeah. Let me tell you, I just feel like I'm giving a story time about my bad experiences with this guy, but
it's fine, let's go.
It fits.
No, there's no warrant to go to.
I remember, right? We were having an argument or whatever, and because I had found out that he cheated on me yet again, and I was very distraught and crying and screaming and everything, and he said to me, "When you carrying on like that for? Women get cheated on every day and nobody dies." So
this is the problem, these things are not normal. I feel like we glamorize these unfortunate situations too much. A lot of women I hear women say this thing where man gonna be man, men will be men.
Yes.
No.
Yeah. And I don't think it's I'm not even going to study the man, and him saying that. But the problem is that it's not that women get cheated on every day, it's that women allow ourselves to be cheated on every day, and we accept it, which is why it has continued for centuries.
And I'm not saying that I don't believe in forgiveness, because forgiveness is a real thing.
Yes, it is.
Healing is a real thing.
It is.
However, what we have to be mindful of is pattern.
Yes, because some people do not deserve to be forgiven.
Because, okay, let's say you hit me today. God forbid, Lord. Lord Jesus.
She has two brothers, that's so.
Lord
that would not end well.
God forbid, let's say you hit me today. And for some crazy reason, I choose to forgive you. What has changed about your behavior? Are you still aggressive? Do you still use abusive language? Do you still like raise your hand in attempts to hit me?
Yeah.
Like, do I feel safe?
How long do I have to walk around in fear? Like on eggshells waiting on the next explosive event.
Yeah, I feel like we need to be mindful of pattern. It is very tricky, and sometimes it's hard to tell people take up your life and leave, especially when, you know, finances are tied and children are involved.
No, but it's either you take up your life and you leave, or you lose your life.
Yeah, it's true. It is true. But this is the reality. A lot of people look at it in that way. They feel like, you know, maybe if I stay with him, he'll change. Or maybe if I do something different in myself, he'll change. Oh, let me don't annoy him.
Yeah.
Or let me don't say this. Like, you shouldn't be walking around on eggshells.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you walk in your house and you close the door and it closed too hard and that annoys him, like, sis, red flag.
I get red flag. This is the whole red building. It's just the flag. Everything red about that situation. But it's like, again, previous trauma. Normalizing things like counseling. Let it be okay for our men to go to counseling. Let it be okay for our women to go to counseling. Children to go to counseling. There are a lot of things that teenagers and young children do not feel comfortable talking with their parents because they are so afraid.
Yeah. And I think it's so important to let women know that you're not going to always be at that stage, exactly. At that point, in that struggle. You can overcome that. I mean, I've read and I've heard of so many stories of so many great women in our past, you know, who might have gone through, you know, sexual abuse, you know, all, you know, kind of drama in their lives, but they were still able to overcome that and become great women.
Yeah, it's true. I have, you know, again, friends, similar situations, friends who have been abused in different ways. Everybody, you know, situation would have been a bit different. But I have seen a lot of these women turn into bosses, as in they're ruling the arena they're in, and they're doing their best and they're living their best just because they have had that kind of open mind to have a counseling session, or, you know, even maybe some people can't feel like maybe I can't afford a counselor. Just having people around you that you can trust, and people who are going to pour into your life.
And that's where the good female friendships,
would
come in. Exactly. Because when you talk about counseling, even though yes, it is good and best sometimes to get professional help, sometimes all you need is a friend to sit down and listen.
That's true. Some of us need to learn to be good listeners.
Oh yes.
Because we don't really have to talk about everything either. Like, we don't have, like, there are times you could just be honest, like, you could hear something that is so troubling to you and be like, I don't even know how to respond. Just be there for your friend. You don't need to find this, you know, epistle of words.
Yeah, let them talk.
You don't need to go look for the best meme to use. Like, just listen. A lot of us need to be good listeners too.
That is so true. Another thing that I want to ask though, is it that our parents or our mothers are not preparing us for the world? Like, that's a hard question to ask and a hard, you know, thing to consider, especially for me, because my mother is like so amazing. But like, I know not everybody, you know, is fortunate enough to have the kind of mother that I do. So is it that mothers are not preparing their daughters properly for the world, or is it that the mother preparing you but you hadn't?
Okay, so you see now, there are two sides to every coin. I feel like there's an instance where, for me, I grew up very protected as the last child and the only girl. Everybody was always protecting, sheltering. There are a lot of persons. I was smothered. There are a lot of persons who share that, you know, sentiment that I do. Like, your mother has been so protective. Your family would have been so protective while you were growing up, that there are a lot of things that you probably learned outside of your home, a lot of things that were taboo to address in your house. So like you were even afraid to even think about it while in the house. I feel like, no, I actually read your mind. I don't want it to read my mind. But like, there's that, and there is also the issue of, again, the ripple effect of not dealing with your traumas as you grow, and then you have children that you pass these things on to, and you don't even know it. Like, there are a lot of persons who have trust issues, who have families that don't see certain sides of them, and then they grow up, children in that situation grow up with that same mentality where I'm going to close off. There are a lot of things that I'm not going to talk about. It could be both. It could be both, as well as it could be none, because there are a lot of us who, our parents would have done amazing jobs, stalwart parents, perfect examples.
But like me, I just find myself with the wrong guy. My mother did not do a thing wrong.
Okay, you understand?
Yeah.
It could be both as well as it could be none, because at the end of the day, old people say bring children, you know, bring their mind. So they could have done amazing jobs as parents and guardians, but you in yourself trying to explore certain things, or you want to find out things, and you end up in situations that are less than ideal.
That is so true. I just want to let women know that we are so amazing. We are strong. We are confident. Like, we give birth to the world.
We do.
So there's nothing that you are not capable of. Like, you can do anything.
I feel like, again, we need to unite. It's so hard to, it's easy to say, but it's so hard to do. Because there are a lot of us who realize that there is a lot of strength in our numbers, and a lot of us that will try to, you know, push that vibe. You know, even as I see, like, being in the social media realm, where there's a lot of negativity, where other women will see it easy. It's so much easier to be negative, and it is positive. It appears that way to me on the media.
Exactly, because giving compliments, just saying, yeah, sis, you look so good.
Listen, even if you don't have nothing nice to say, just don't say anything. Like, just scroll. It's okay to scroll past. I mean, if you're not directly willing to give love, don't spew out the hate. It doesn't make you a better person. It doesn't add anything to your life. I don't, this is just my opinion. Maybe some people feel like hating doing something for them. I do not know.
Look, there literally are people, you would post like the most perfect photo on social media, and somebody would comment and say, oh, but you see the gray hair there in your head. Like, you know how much you have to zoom in to see that one gray hair.
But this is a problem I have with social media. We have this thing like, if we perfect. Listen to me. You send your photo through a Photoshop app. Man, if I think on the phone, you just put a filter.
And your face is flawless.
That's not reality. Like, yeah, we have pimples in real life. We have, you know, scars in real life. We're not this idea of having to post the perfect whatever every time. Like, you're a human, it is okay, and that is something that we need to make now, because a lot of people figure that when you post on social media, that picture where your makeup in there on, or that picture where your hair in the perfect.
Let people post what they want, okay? If you want to post, if you have on an outfit and it covering up from your hair, so then your wrist, from your wrist to your ankle, it's your business. If you have on something, if you have on a thong and something and some pasties, let people post what they want.
If you don't like it,
keep it pushing.
I mean, this is social media. You just literally
just like keep it pushing.
You have to know what you want in your feed. Like,
yes, keep it pushing.
Personally, there are a lot of things that I don't like on social media that I just don't need to say anything about it.
Yeah, I scroll past.
You scroll past, and then it is also okay to show love and show appreciation without, and a lot of people feel like they lose something by doing that, and I listen to conversations like, me, I don't want she feel like she better than who she be. I'm like, no, that's not the point. If you don't like it, it's okay. Everything is not for everyone. You will never be everything to everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fine. Yeah, we're not perfect. We need to be supportive.
And about perfection, we were talking about, we should have done this while doing our makeup, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we should have recorded and talked while we were doing.
So yeah, we'll do another video with me and get ready with me.
Yeah, because you know, again, it is a medium. We don't want nobody to drag us because I'm stripping. I had a facial.
Yes, she had a facial, and yeah,
and I'm stripping, and then people will be like, "Oh, what happened there in your face?" And they're gonna miss the whole conversation and miss the entire point. So again, you see, and then we play into it so easily. Though.
Yeah, it's so true. Like, and we get our feelings hurt so easily. And for somebody like me who I put like a lot of my life, you know, on social media, and you know, especially on YouTube, and I am so open, and I allow you guys to see, you know, like so much of me and of my life and of my friends and of my family. Like I am taking a really, really big risk because people can be so mean.
That's true.
But I am not going to allow someone's pain or hate or negativity to allow me to live my life in a shell. I am too fabulous for that. Okay, it's not happening. It is not happening.
And that's all. Mary had a little laugh. Period. No, but it's true. I mean, you don't know who you're inspiring. I mean, you have so many followers.
Yes.
And so people that look forward to your videos. There are people who, you know what? A lot of people in the diaspora, they enjoy. Look, I see them in the comments.
Yes, people like they, you know, they are so, you know, happy to see a little piece of home. And I'm not going to let one or two people spoil that for everybody else. It's not going to happen.
You know what? Too, that's a very good point. That is something that women do a lot. We try to, you know, let the negative bounce off. It does affect you. Let's not pretend it will affect you. But what is more rewarding is the 5 people that could say, I love what you posted today. Or the 5 people that could say, I listened to your video and I looked at your vlog and I had a laugh today. I had a stressful day and I was looking forward to your vlog. And these are the things that will keep us going.
Everybody is not going to like you. Everybody is not going to appreciate you.
That's okay.
Yeah. But you try your best to focus on those, you know, who appreciate you and the people who, you know, whose lives you make a difference in.
Yeah, I agree. Totally.
Look at it.
Yeah. Conversation.
Okay, who's the rumble here? Cause
you set up yourself. I still sipping. But your conversation don't have to be rummed up. It's not rum, just
we're not, no, I'm not saying what it is,
but
in the next video I'm going to approach maybe one of these beverage companies in St. Vincent and ask if they would like to sponsor
our sip and chat.
Yes! Sip and chat! Yeah. So, you know, Subby, if you have any links to anybody, hook your girl up. Let's,
hook Vashell up. I feel like she does a really good job with her vlogs.
This is how your friend's supposed to hype you up.
Yes.
Your friend don't hype you up.
Okay. Nobody gonna do it. My friend over here is a whole YouTuber. Okay. And we need her to be able to get enough subscribers to monetize this page. Hello. We need people to sponsor our content. Pay me like a YouTuber. Thanks. I don't know anything about this.
Okay. I don't want this video to be too long, and I feel like Shani can like to talk for hours. Forever and ever. So to wrap up, the main points.
Main points.
Having female friends is still a thing.
Definitely.
Having supportive, loving, caring, positive female friends is still a thing.
It's also okay to not be everybody's cup of tea. It is also okay, you know, to seek help when you need it. And keep marshalling on. Like women out here doing it.
Yeah, we're doing it every day. Like
we're doing it
in war zones, in jungles, in deserts where there's no water. Women are doing it and they're surviving.
Yeah, so just, continue to inspire and allow yourself to be inspired. Women.
And be the change, I think.
Yeah,
be the change that we want to see.
definitely.
Yeah, the world needs us.
We rock.
We rock.
Pat on the shoulder. Pat yourself, yeah.
Yes, pat yourself on the shoulder. If you have in the next video, just come, when you're watching, just come with your glass of wine and take a sip. Take a sip. Cheers to you girls.
Cheers.
Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much.
Thanks for having me. This is my 42 video. I feel so special.
How did she do? She was such an amazing guest.
Thank you.
Yeah, so guys, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm thinking of making this chat thing, a regular thing. I'll of course have Shanique back, or somebody else. Leave some comments below to let me know who you think I should ask to come on and chat with me. And if you have any questions or any topics that you would like us to discuss, leave that in the comment section below as well. Remember to like, comment, share, and of course subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video.